Everyone, this is Lori from the Crafting Auntie. Welcome back to my channel today. Today I want to play with making a faux corset spine. So I've seen many of these. I've been wanting to do one of these, and so I'm going to give it a try. So I am going to be using some chipboard, and I'm going to be using this wire edge ribbon, which I'm going to take the wire out. But I love this. And of course, I'm itching to do something Christmas. So I want to use this. And then I have some black ribbon that I want to lace it up with. And I also have these eyelets. I think I want to use this darker color right here. So let's give it a try. My journal that I'm going to be working on soon is going to be 2.5 inches wide by 8 3/4 inches tall. And I'm using a Wheaties cereal box. So if you're familiar with Wheaties, that's the box I'm using, and of course it will be cut down and trimmed down. But I thought it would be fun to make a faux corset spine that I could put on the outside. If I sew in my signatures and then put this on top on the outside. So with that in mind, I'm going to make mine 2.5. And I'm going to make it 8 3/4 tall, because that's the size that I'm going to be making. 8 3/4. And I'm hoping that this is a friendly beginner style that I'm trying to do. I think it is. I think it is. All right, so let's open this up and get a piece. And then I'm going to take the wire out because I don't want the wire in there. But this will be perfect to go right over the top. And I will put it over the edge this way. I kind of think I'm going to trim my spine down just a tad, because since it's going to be 2.5 inches wide on the outside, I think I need just a tad smaller. So I'm just going to take a little bit off. So let's see. Let's just take 1/8. All right. So let's take a look at this now. Yeah. And I'm going to go over the top and the bottom by a little bit. But I got to do something about the side, because I don't want that peeking out. So maybe we paint that, or we use a marker. Let's see. Let's see what we have here. Let me just look for some paint or a marker, and then let's continue. Okay, I have a Sharpie. I was just playing around with it. And actually, I think this is going to work fine. And I only need to worry about the top part and the edge, because the bottom part is going to get glued down. So I think that's going to work. So that'll be a simple option for you. You also can use acrylic paint. I decided not to do that because sometimes it can warp your project. And this chipboard isn't super thick. I think if it was much thicker, I would be more inclined to do that. But this is an easy avenue, especially if you don't have acrylic paints. So I'm just going to do the edge top and the edge all the way on both sides. The top and the bottom don't need it because they're going to be covered with the ribbon. So just get those edges as best you can. So it doesn't take too long to do this, actually. So just take a Sharpie or whatever kind of a marker you might have in whatever color, And so this would be an option for you. And I don't worry about what the back looks like because you're not going to see it anyway. So just want to get everything covered with this marker so we don't see any of that chipboard color. You could also cover this whole thing in, say, a fabric that would match. I think it might become a little bit more bulkier, but you certainly could try that as well. Okay, so I'm just going to get this top part. All right, that didn't take too long. And it's just a regular Sharpie. Okay, now we can cut our piece. So I want this to come over the top, so I'm just going to use that. And I'm going to cut it right about here. And then I'm going to pull the wire out. It's usually pretty easy to do once you get a hold of it. Let me see, I may need my tweezers. Let me grab those. See if that will help us get it out. Once you get it started, then you can pull on it. There we go. There's one. And let's get this one. Oops. Get my trusty tweezers again, see if I can get a hold of it. And pull. There we go. So you can buy this ribbon. I learned this by watching other creators. So I was like, oh, I don't want to buy any more wire ribbon. I won't be using it. But yes, you can use it. Okay, so this was the way it would be on my spine. Okay, Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix, whatever it is you have for your fabric glue, I think is the best. So let's just put our glue onto here, making sure we get all the way to the edge. If you want to cover this with a fabric first, you could use a PVA or you could use this. Sometimes this seeps through, so keep that in mind. But if you're covering something else on top of it, like this ribbon, then it probably won't show. Okay, so let's just get this centered, leaving a tiny edge. See this tiny bit of green. Whoops, got this one the wrong way. Okay, press that down good, and then I'm going to add the glue here. Just hold that in place. Use some clips for that. And then let's do this side. I think I'll trim this down a little bit. There we go. And let's glue this side down. Some of this is kind of seeping through, but hopefully we won't see it when we get everything done on this spine piece. Okay, so let's let that dry for a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is, actually I think that's okay. I just wanted that because I think once it's down, may want to add a piece of lace or something after you get your spine down. And that way it would cover any of this on the side here. So that's an option. So that, okay. Looking pretty good so far. All right, so now our eyelets. This is our 8 3/4. So I think what I want to do is eyelets. I want to come down, I think, let's see. I'm trying to think if I want to stick a bow up here and a bow down here, because after I lace it. So I think I'm going to start at 8, and I'm going to do every inch. And I know that this is 2.5. So let's see here. Let's just kind of wing it. I think I'll go into this black area here. I'm going to put a dot here. Make sure I can see it because it is going into the black area. And then at 7. That's pretty good. I can see that. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And then 1. And that gives us a little bit at the top and the bottom. Now I can go across here and make my other line, other dots. So here. Kind of hard to see on this black. You probably can't see on the camera. I can see it here as to where, once we get the holes punched, then you'll be able to see. But I can see here as to where I'm marking it. And this is my rendition, so yeah, anything you want to do different, by all means, do what you like. Okay. All right, now let's use the crocodile. I think we should be pretty dry now. Let's take these clips off. And make our holes. Now I'm using the large setting. And I'm just going to center it right over the mark I put in there. Seems this is fabric. Got to trim off some of the excess. There we go. And just keep doing this till we get them all punched. All right. We have all of our holes punched. Now these eyelets that I'm going to be using are just a little bit bigger than my hole, so I'm just going to use my pencil and just open those up a little bit more. Usually if I use the We Are Memory Keepers, which is getting harder and harder to find, and a little more expensive, I don't have to do this. But on some of these others, brands that you find, I found this whole thing on Amazon. And it comes with also a eyelet press, which I use my crocodile. I didn't need it, but it came with it, and it was a good price. So I needed some darker eyelets, which is why I bought it. Okay, hopefully that is going to be big enough now. So let's set our eyelets. Let's see how they go in the hole. Come on, be not. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's try that again. I think we need a little bit bigger. I do have another punch that makes them larger, but sometimes those can be a little too big. Okay, that's good. Just a little extra push. Okay, I like that. Now these also come with washers, but you're not going to see the back side, so there's no point in using them. So let's just make sure our hole is big enough so we don't struggle. There we go. Get the crocodile the right way. These are actually really nice eyelets. They're easy to press in. Just a tad bigger, so that's okay. I like the look. I've been thinking about the lacing because I think there's a certain way I need to lace it because I want all the crisscrosses on here. So I'm not really sure. We're going to be winging that one together and see how we're going to do it. I think we want to start from behind, but we will find that out together. I'll link these this eyelet kit below. Even if you already have a crocodile, you can always give the eyelet press to a friend who needs one that maybe doesn't have a crocodile. But this is a really good deal, actually. And these are really nice eyelets. Some of them I've had are so hard to press. And these are perfect. They're actually really, really nice. So I'm happy. And I love the color. So here's what we got so far. Love it. Love that color. Okay, so let's see if we can open this up a little bit more and get these last two on this side. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side and then I will come back to you. Okay, I have just cut a long piece and again I'm not really sure how this is going to go the way I want it. So we're just going to play. So I have brought it up from the back first and so let's just give this a try. So what I want to do is go down, across, and then just make sure that you get the twists out of it so it lays nice and flat. And then this one will go across on this side. So we've got our first crisscross, and then I'm going to come up on this side. I'm hoping this is the right way of doing it. Like that. And again, just make sure it's flat so you don't have any twists. Let's see. There we go. And then up through here, like that. And then we're going to go across again. Have our next crisscross. I think so far we're on the roll. Let's just make sure we end up that way. Sometimes I start something and then it's like, oh, okay, well, that didn't quite work. Okay. This one has a twist. I think we're okay. All right, and then up here. Make sure that's flat. Just do the best you can on making sure it's flat. You just don't kind of want too much bulkiness in the back. All right. And then down. And down. think we're going to do it right the first time. Okay, so here's what we have so far. It's looking like a corset to me. Okay, I think we've got this. I'm so excited. And up. And up. And then down. And I think we have it. I did not want to tie a bow or anything. I just wanted it to have the lacing, and then I could decorate it further. I do have some tiny black bows. I think. I can check and see if I do. If not, we just make one. So then down. And now we have all of the crisscrosses in. So I'm just going to tie this onto the back like that. And I don't think it's going to be too bulky, but if it is, you can always just glue them flat. Just want to make sure it's snug. And then I'm just going to trim this off. Because when it gets glued on, it should hold everything in place. All right, we have our corset spine, and it can go either way. So if you like the reindeer going this way, or you want them going this way, I think actually this way is the better. This is our back. We can't see the side now, so it's all blackened out. And when it gets put onto a journal, then you won't be able to see it as well. Let's see, I don't know if I have. I don't think I have any black bows. And I have these green ones though. Let's see what that looks like. I think they're green. No, those aren't green. And that green's too bright. I think what we could do is after I put this onto a journal, I could add a couple of bows like right here. My main thing is I wanted to show you how to make this. And I made my first one by myself with you guys. And it came out. So you want to start from behind. And 2, 4, 6. I think having equal holes helps. This is just my theory because of the way the crisscrosses are. So I think that's probably a better. And so if you did 8 holes like I did here, that would probably work. Okay. This is it. This is my corset spine that I'll be using on a journal for Christmas. And I just wanted to come out here and share it, do one with you. And so hopefully you'll give it a try. Not very difficult. I think it's very beginner friendly. So you guys have a great day. God bless you all. We'll see you with the next video. And I'd love to see your comments. I would love to see your projects. So hopefully you will share them. You see my links to my social medias always in the description box. So again, I will try to put the eyelet kit in the description box, and then just use whatever ribbon you may have or fabric. And yeah, I'd love to see your projects. Okay guys, have a great day. God bless you all.